Hi, I'm John Giesick, and welcome to the C-Suite Sherpa podcast, where we shine a spotlight on business experts and resources that you should know. I'm excited to have Silvana Penavic on our podcast today. She's the CEO of a publishing company that focuses on leadership. Silvana, welcome to the podcast. Tell us a little bit about your company and the services you provide.
Hello, John. Thank you so much for having me on your show. This is an amazing podcast you are hosting. So, my name is Silvana Dugandzic-Penavić, and I am a Croatian American author, entrepreneur, and motivational speaker. I am best known for my silvanamasterclasses.com. I am also known for my self-help books. I am known for helping individuals grow their wealth, and I'm known for business leaders growing their businesses. I got into this business long time ago because I was always curious in leadership styles, in intuition, in learning in general.
Thanks for sharing that, Silvana. So, when we talk about your clients, tell me a little bit about specifically who your specific clients are. And then, as you explain your client profile, let us know what's the presenting problem that they bring with them when they call you and they say, Silvana, I need help fixing this. What are they asking for?
So usually clients find me through the referrals. And I have been working on one-on-one or in a very small setting with them. So the people that I work with, the clients, they come from all venues of life. They are corporate leaders. Because it's a referral based, they already know, okay, she's not going to be a traditional person that you're going to be working with. When they come and they present the problem, they will usually say, oh, we want better sales, or we're not really clear which direction we would take the company. That's on the corporate level. On the individual level is people either switching careers and figuring out which direction to go, not quite sure what would fit better, where they would feel more comfortable. And then also it's related to building their wealth. Going with all these questions, when they come to me, I have a set of questions that I work with them to give them kind of a better understanding of the map that we're going to use and lay out the plan. And usually it's more like a self-paced plan for them. And they go, okay, this makes sense. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. And as soon as I hear that, the sound, like they got it, like it clicked within them, I said, okay, that's your starting point and you're going to be good. And if you get to another level of uncomfortable level or transitional level, come back to me and then we'll see what else you need, or maybe you need another specialist in that area, which it's very important to address, referring other services to them, because it's not like one hammer can handle everything. No, you need a set of tools, you need skills, certain skills, but also skill is recognizing when that person needs something beyond what you can offer in terms of the depth of the skill. You can indicate, say, you need specialists for this and that, and then you say, go and check it out and see who will be good for you, but also trust that intuition. So going back to what is very important in my line of business, in what I actually do, is connecting with that intuition, helping you connect deeply with your intuition and trust that wisdom, your innate wisdom, and also work on yourself on all levels, on your emotional, mental, spiritual, and physical.
Yeah, that's great. Thanks for sharing that, Silvana. So, what separates you and your business from everybody else that's out there? What are you doing different? You just gave us a glimpse of that, but can you expand on it a little bit more? Before we started recording, you mentioned about the energy and the huge role that that plays. Can you share with us a little bit more about that?
Yes, thank you. So we are all energy and we all radiate. And we always radiate. We are always that energy. We did not disappear. We are always in it. So your awareness and how you become aware of yourself during your lifetime is how I'm guiding you. When you tell me, oh, my body's hurting, this and that, and I'm saying, it's connected. Let's look how it's connected. Let me bring you that awareness. So it's really about elevating your awareness that all these things are interconnected. That if you're having a problem at work, I'm going to ask you, how is your emotional life? How is your spiritual life? And how's your physical life? And there are remedies, there are ways of working on it that you need to be aware of. Now, the next step would be then after you become aware of, okay, what is the path and how you're going to work on that? That's my unique approach.
Most of the coaches and the trainers deal with the surface substance, the presenting problem. It sounds like you really take a holistic approach because everything is connected to everything else. So in your industry, Silvana, what do you think is going to be the biggest hurdle or the biggest challenge your industry is going to face in the next 2 to 5 years?
Well, it's already there. It's already showing really the authenticity of the leadership on any level, whether it's at the government level, whether it's a corporate level, whether we're talking about the families, whether we're talking just in your regular life, how you see yourself as a leader. Are you really seeing yourself as a leader? You're the one setting the tone and having control of yourself in every situation. And that's already showing. People are being aware of that. And then managing yourself, managing your energy, and deepening that connection so you do actually have a good life. That's what's showing up. I really like to look at it as an opportunity rather than a big obstacle or a hurdle. It's just an opportunity to create a better life for yourself.
Yeah, that's a great perspective. When your clients have a block or the energy, there's something in the way, what's a standard block that people have doesn't allow their energy to flow correctly?
People are thinking too much. They're in their heads. So you need to bring it into your heart area, into your emotions. I'm not going to generalize, but I will give, there is a difference how men work with their energy and how women work with their energy. But we all end up being in our heads more or less. So snapping out of that head, like looking for solutions, like, really constantly. That's what the brain does. The brain is constantly thinking. You need to find how your body, your operational system within you works to kind of come into the body and feel it. But then coming to the body usually has aches and pains, like this is hurting, that is hurting, and that's not allowing the energy to flow also freely enough that you can feel like, okay, oh, finally things are going well in my life. So bringing that awareness that there is a connection and that actually you do have a full control over it, not of the other person, but of yourself. I'm going to say it one more time. You have the control of yourself because you have the innate ability to work on it if you choose to do so.
Yeah, and that's a good point. A lot of times, an awareness of what a block could be is just the first step. Instead of people just thinking that I don't know how to do this, I don't know what's going on, I don't know how to handle this, helping them identify that, hey, there a physical block can stop energy from flowing, and that could be the source issue that's creating a lot of their problems.
Yes.
Silvana, I appreciate you sharing that information. We're going to loosen up our ties a little bit. And I'm going to ask you to go through a lightning round. So I'll pepper you with a couple of quick questions just so the viewers could get to know you a little bit more on a personal level. So, real quick, we'll start off nice and easy. So, are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker?
I drink both.
Okay, that's great. And how about cats or dogs?
I love both.
You love both? Okay, great.
And I
Yeah.
had both.
You have both cats and dogs?
Yes.
Okay, great. So what about a favorite quote or something, that you have maybe printed off or something that motivated you or something that you keep in mind? Just a famous quote or a phrase you think about often.
It's the Lord's Prayer. I just pray before I start something, when I end something, in the morning, it's just the Lord's Prayer. It's God is always with me.
That's great. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
What about is there ever a time you get a chance to unplug and maybe sit in front of the TV? If you're watching something on TV, tell me what you do and if you find some spare time.
Oh, I make the time for that. I love watching. I discovered Korean and Chinese rom-com dramas. These movies are absolutely fantastic. I watched so many that I actually even start learning Korean and Chinese.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. That's the biggest endorsement I've ever heard.
Yeah, I loved it. I love it. I love it. There were more periods when I watched more, but now I just kind of selectively choose. It's really nice. It agrees with my energy. I love it.
Oh, that's great. Thank you for that. So let's talk a little bit about your bucket list. So give us something that was on your bucket list that you've already accomplished, and then give us something that's still on your bucket list that you know you're going to nail it.
I used to live in New York on Long Island. Maybe I'll move back, we'll see, but I loved it. It was my dream. Coming from Croatia, I always wanted to see New York. Yeah, that was a major, major, major item on my list. There are things I would love to do. Now that I said I like watching these movies, I definitely want to be in Korea and I want to go to Shanghai and I want to see these countries.
Great. Thanks for sharing that, Silvana. Your energy just lights up when you were talking about that. So I'm excited for you about that.
Thank you.
So, Silvana, what was one of the biggest challenges you overcame to get the success that you're having right now in your business, either personal or business life?
Uh, there have been a lot of problems, a lot of difficult situations. But one thing, and that's how I'm also known for, I always say, listen, I might not have the answer right now, but there is a solution, and I'm going to find it. There is a solution. I'm not going to give up, and I am just going to go for it. Like I know there is a way out. And that's how my learning expanded and my grounding became more solid.
Okay, that's great. Hey, Silvana, I appreciate you taking the time with us today. Thanks for sharing. It was really great to meet you. People are going to watch this video. They're going to want to reach out to you and find you and get a hold of you, even to continue a conversation. What's the best way for them to reach out and find you?
So they can go on LinkedIn and find me under Silvana Dugandzic-Penavić. They can also go on silvanamasterclasses.com, which is going to bring them to the website. They can email me to silvana@silvanamasterclasses.com. Silvana is spelled with an I, not with the Y. Just so people hear. Or they can reach out on social media on Facebook, Instagram. They can put a chat request. But the best is the email that I gave them.
Okay, great, Silvana. And we'll include all the spellings and everything in the podcast notes so everybody will have all the links and they could just click right over to that and they could find you. So it was great to meet you, Silvana. Let's connect again soon.
Thank you. Thank you, John.